Hi guys, it's me here in the corner. Are you ready to help me out with my science learning for today? So I'm always going to start here on my daily slides where all of our stuff lives. And I am here ready to do my science assignment, independent learning for the day. So click on this link. I know I need to go to RazKits Science A to Z, your teacher's username. There it is. It auto-populated for me. And GeoGo. And right now, when I do my science learning, it helps me to think about, okay, what information did I put in my head last time about my science learning? I remember there was like a frozen lake. Let's see, I'm going to click in and sign in. We were talking about lakes. Ooh, we were talking about the Great Salt Lake and Crater Lake and how they formed. What was something interesting that you learned? I thought it was interesting how neither of those lakes freeze over. What was it that you learned that was interesting? Did it help you to come up with another inquiry question? Okay, I'm going to click here on my science planet. I'm going to go to my assignment. And the trick here to know where I'm at, well, these are the assignments I have yet to do, and it tells me how many are within each. And we are doing Earth's land and water systems. And I believe I'm going to click and see. I know that we need to do lesson 2, so I'm going to check and see if it's in this one. If it's not, I can go back to the other one. Ah, yes, here it is. Earth's land and water storyline, lesson 2. Okay, my brain's ready for that. Yeah, and last time I see the green check, we learned about the lake, how it looked so different in the summer and the winter. We read about lakes and oceans. Aha, so here we are. Today we're going to do some reading about ponds, rivers, and I'm going to scroll up so we can see the other icebergs. And then we have this question, what is ice? Ooh, water on Earth assessment. You guys ready for that? So again, you're going to watch me go through the lesson, and then you get to go in and do it your own self so you can earn your own stars. And then you get credit for the assignment, of course. All right, so I'm going to click on this one, ponds. So my brain is trying to think about what I already know about ponds. Okay, I know as a good reader, when I read nonfiction, I want to really use those nonfiction text features to kind of wrap my brain around what's going to happen. So here we have ponds. There is a nice picture for us. I'm going to use my 2 fingers to zoom in. And I'm going to go up here. We have a caption. The water in a pond does not move fast. Okay, it is not too hot or cold. It is just right for many living things. Math moment. 4 pond skaters are in a pond. 2 jump out. Then 3 more jump in. How many pond skaters are in the pond now? 4, 2, 3 more. Okay. Here we have another caption. I'm going to move myself if I can. Uh-oh. Don't know where I went, but that's okay. Here it says pond skaters are one kind of insect that can run on top of the water. I guess that's why they call them skaters. Okay, I'm going to go back up here. I think I'm still recording. Yep. A walk on the pond. All right. So they're going to be talking about walking around the pond or maybe just explaining it to us. You might swim in a pond. But pond skaters run on top of the water. Pond skaters are insects. A pond has a lot of water. It has land all around it like a lake, but a pond is not as big as a lake. So far it seems like the big difference is size. Pond skaters run on top of the water to catch food. Most things are heavy enough to break through the water, but pond skaters are very light. They do not fall in. Look at that. All right, I think we're ready to go to the next page. I'm kind of thinking about ponds, lakes, remembering what I just read. Okay, here we go. This page, Pond Pals. So I think it's going to say maybe what likes to live there. Pond or puddle? Oh, telling the difference. We have a caption here. Oops, no, it's not really a caption. It's telling us, think about it. So we have a nice question. I love questions in nonfiction books because it kind of helps guide me as a reader. Think about it. Some ponds are natural, others are made by people. Why might people want to make ponds? And here we have a diagram, which is another great nonfiction text feature. Pond plants and animals. Ponds are home to many plants and animals. This is kind of giving me a nice visual of some plants and animals that might like to live in a pond. I see a little beetle, maybe some tadpoles. Ooh, lily pads. That does look kind of cool. I wonder if people make ponds to help animals or because they look neat. All right, remember we can zoom in and out using our 2 fingers on our mouse pads when you're doing this on your own. All right, I think we're ready to read. Pond pals. A pond is home to many living things. Ooh, so we know what this section is mostly about. What lives in a pond? Let's see if we can catch the details. You may see insects there. Dragonflies are one kind of insect. They fly around the pond. Water lilies are plants. They grow in the pond. Young frogs swim in the water. They are called tadpoles. Adult frogs hop on lily pads. Okay, now we know what lives there. Pond or puddle? Or in a question, looks like they're comparing 2 things here. Is a pond the same as a puddle? No. Ponds and puddles are both on Earth's surface. They both have liquid water, but you only see a puddle after it rains. It dries up fast. A pond stays around for a long time. Here we have a pond and a puddle. All right, I've got that in my head. Let's see. I'll move my face so we can click done and watch the stars. Maybe. Come on, stars. Woohoo! Thanks for helping me out. I got stars inside of an egg. 50 stars. Sweet. Okay, I think I go to back to my assignment, but I'm going to check this. I think this just tells me I finished. Yep. Oops. Oh, it takes me back to the story. In case I wanted to reread, which I know reading things multiple times is very good for our reading brains, but I want to move on. I don't want you to get too bored listening to my video. All right, move my face. Oops, I made my face disappear. That's fine. Rivers. All right, now let's see. Gosh, we've done all these bodies of water. Now we're going to do rivers. So I'm thinking about what I know about rivers. I've seen rivers. I used to live by a river, and I've seen rivers in Colorado. Have you seen rivers in Colorado? Have you ever been on a river? It's always good to see if you can make a connection too. All right, let's see. Rivers. I'm going to take a look at the nonfiction text features that we have first. Well, one nonfiction text feature that I love, that I kind of take for granted sometimes, are great photographs. This photograph makes me really think, oh, where is this? So I'm going to zoom in and see, I think we have a caption here. And it gives me the answer to my question. The Amazon River is home to many plants and animals that do not live anywhere else on Earth. Well, that is an interesting fact. Oh, and here we have a picture with a caption, and looks like we have another interesting fact. Do you know? Oh, that's scary. Piranhas, pronunciation guide, piranhas. Piranhas are fish with sharp teeth. They eat other fish. Hopefully that won't give me bad dreams tonight. Let me see. My brain's getting ready. I love this. Here we've got a map, and it is showing me the big wide version here. We've got North America. We're kind of like there in Colorado, and down to South America, and this green area is showing me where the Amazon River is. Oh boy, look at all those tributaries to the Amazon River coming from the Amazon River, and then the green is telling me Amazon rainforest. It's in South America, the countries of Peru and Brazil. And then this fact says the Amazon River travels about 6,400 kilometers, which is 4,000 miles. Holy cow. It's hard to think about how big that is. But look at this patch here. If it was in the US, that would be an interesting comparison to make. Wow, it would cover a whole lot of the United States. Of course, our globe is tilted. I might have to Google that later. That's a definite I wonder I have. Wild water. Where can you find meat-eating fish, dolphins, and big snakes? In the Amazon River. It is home to all these animals. Many rivers come together to form the Amazon River. They start high in the mountains of Peru. The rivers meet in Brazil. Then the Amazon River moves across the Earth's surface. It ends at the Atlantic Ocean. I guess I should say it this way. The area around the Amazon River is called the Amazon rainforest. Millions of kinds of plants and animals live there. Cool. Any I notices, I wonders, any inquiry questions that you're thinking about, you want to know more? Let's do the next page. Ooh, okay. Again, nonfiction text features. What is this going to mostly be about? Rivers of life. Ooh, probably going to tell us what lives there. Math moment. Look at the list of rivers in the table. How much longer is the longest river than the shortest? Okay, let's take a look at our table here. The world's longest rivers. River, here's the river names, continent that they're located on, and length. Nile River is in Africa, Amazon, South America. Yangtze, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, so I'm sorry, in Asia. And the Mississippi in North America. So which one is the longest? Here we've got links in kilometers and in miles. So they are all really long. Looks like the longest one, the biggest number, I don't know. Which one do you think? I'm not going to tell you because I want your brain to think on that. Parts of a river. Ooh, this is a cool diagram. Great nonfiction text feature. 1. Small bodies of water called brooks flow downhill. All right, so that's a brook, smaller. Brooks flow into streams and small rivers. It's a stream getting a little bit bigger. Small river, okay. Small rivers flow into larger rivers. I see that. Large river. Oof, that is a big river. Large rivers carry water to a lake or ocean. Oh, look at that. We have a caption. People use the Mississippi River for water, food, and moving things. Oh, I bet this is going to tell us that rivers are useful. Rivers of life. Look at a map of the country, of any country. Most towns and cities are near water. Many are along rivers. Can you guess why? What do you think? Rivers carry fresh, liquid water that people need. The Mississippi River is the longest river in the United States. It has a large amount of water. People live all along it. They fish in the river. They use the water to grow food. Boats on the river carry things that people need. All right. Okay, I think that information is kind of in my head thinking about that. Do you have some inquiry questions? Does this make you think of some more things you'd like to know? Here come the stars, I think. Yay! Thank you for helping me earn stars. Can't wait to see how many you earn. All right, let's keep going. Of course, you can pause the video and take a break if you need to. Stretch out, breathe. If you're falling asleep on me, don't fall asleep. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay, we did ponds, we did rivers, we're doing good. Ooh, icebergs. Now we're gonna do some icebergs. Let's take a look at this one. Nonfiction text features. I know that this is gonna mostly be about, yep, icebergs. Cold as ice. Mystery file question. That's intriguing. Is an iceberg a body of water? Huh. Well, I know ice is water. I wonder what they consider that to be. Let me move my face, move our text around here. Oh, maybe I'll move my text around here. Uh-oh, there we go. Look at that. That is a cool picture. Here we have a caption. Icebergs come in all shapes and sizes. They melt slowly in the ocean water. Do you know air leaks out of small icebergs as they melt? The moving air sounds like the growls of an animal. I'd like to hear that. Iceberg. Boy, look at that. You only see a little bit of an iceberg. Most of it is underwater. Ha, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Have you heard of that? Let me move my face. Sorry for the corny joke. Cold as ice. Brr! It's cold on an iceberg. Oh, they used an onomatopoeia as their hook, a sound to hook in the readers. Icebergs are pieces of ice that float in the ocean. They are made of water that is frozen solid. Icebergs form on Earth's surface. They break off from ice on land. Some icebergs are the size of a car. Others are as large as a football stadium. Poof, that's big. Icebergs are not too cold for all living things. Some birds make their nests on icebergs. Some fish hide under icebergs. These animals can live in very cold places. Maybe you have some questions about iceberg. Maybe you want to teach your friends about icebergs for your inquiry questions. Icebergs ahead! The Ice Patrol helps find icebergs before they cause problems. Oh, shout out to my friends out there that I know are very into the Titanic. You know who you are. Titanic, here we go. Icebergs can cause problems. Ships can hit them and sink. That's what happened to the Titanic in 1912. The Ice Patrol is a group that looks for icebergs. They warn ships to stay away. Oh, look at this great map. Iceberg Alley. Here we have North America and Greenland. There's Alaska, Canada. It's telling us this is in the Atlantic Ocean. Here we have Antarctica, showing us more blue. Let's see. Most icebergs are found in the areas shown in blue. This kind of gives us a key to the map. Part of the cold northern Atlantic Ocean is called Iceberg Alley. I'm wondering if that's where the Titanic was. Okay, let's take a look. We have a quiz. Hold on, I'm going to take a quick break with my brain, so I'm ready for the quiz. You might want to take a quick break, do some breathing exercises. Mystery file response sheet. Are you ready to go? Let's give this a try. Key question. What is the same about all bodies of water? Ooh. Details found on all files. Oh, we have to think of some questions. This might be fun for us to do together when we meet for Science Friday. What do you think? I think what I might do is get out my notebook and jot down some of these ideas. And then we will answer these questions together. Because you would need to find the questions first, and I will find that for you for our lesson, because I don't want to have to stop and edit this for us. All right, let's see. Did you circle true for all the details? Mystery file question. Is an iceberg a body of water? Ooh, what do you think? So here are instructions. So on Thursday, we'll list all the key details found in our iFile cards that we did. And then we need to look at the left side of the iTeam evidence section. And then we'll have students, to indicate whether each detail was true of the mystery file. Ask students to answer the yes or no questions. These two answers should match. All right, so that is going to be a fun activity that we are going to do together when we meet together for Science Friday. All right, here we go. We're going to say we're done with this, and then I'll let you know what your part of the assignment's going to be. Here we go. Here come the stars, hopefully. Yay, thank you for earning. Ooh, yes, I am a science sleuth. That is super exciting. I'm going to click next. Okay, I'm going to go back to my assignment. And let's see where we're at. Now we're going to talk about what is ice. I wonder if that's going to teach us what we would consider an iceberg. Let's find out.
Ice is something we've all seen, whether it's ice on a lake or ice in your glass. All ice shares some special properties. But just what are those properties and what makes ice so different from other solids? To find out, let's turn to some people at NASA who've made a career out of studying ice.
Well, fundamentally, you probably already know what ice is. It's that ice cube that's in your freezer or in your cold drink. Ice, at its most fundamental, is frozen water.
When water hits a certain temperature, which is 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius, it freezes. And here we have an example of this. Here's ice. This ice was liquid water not too long ago, and it reached a certain temperature and it expanded and it froze into this solid block.
Ice is important to our world because it's one of the main parts of the planet that controls our climate, how warm or how cool it is. In the polar areas, so close to the North Pole, close to the South Pole, it's cold year-round, and we find a lot of ice there, and that ice affects what our weather is like here in the United States.
When most solids are heated, they melt into liquids. When a liquid cools down, it freezes into a solid. But water is special because something very different happens when it becomes a solid.
Ice is a really unique solid. A lot of other liquids, as they freeze and form a solid, that solid is heavier and it's dense and it sinks down to the bottom of the liquid. But as you know, your ice cube floats in a glass of water. So when you freeze water to make ice, it's actually less dense than the water, and so it floats right up on the top.
We have a glass of water, just regular room temperature water, and we take ice, which is 32 degrees or below, and if we drop a couple ice cubes in this water, we see that it definitely floats. And we see that it is definitely less dense than the liquid water.
But floating ice is really important for life on Earth too. If frozen water did not float, it would sink to the bottom of a lake or a pond, or even the ocean. The summer sun would melt some of the ice, but not all of it. Every year, more ice would sink to the bottom, until the lakes and the rivers filled with ice and became solid. But ice floats in liquid water, so our lakes and oceans don't freeze from the bottom up. Even in cold weather, living things can still live in the liquid water that is under the ice. Water, both liquid and solid, makes our world a special place to live.
That was fun. All right, thanks for watching that video with me. You missed the stars. That's okay. I earned more stars. Now I think it's your turn. Let's see if we finish this up. All right, water on Earth assessment. I think we're going to do this together, not today, or you won't have to do it today. I think we're going to do this together when we meet for our Science Friday. So I don't know, you might want to take a sneak peek at it. Or maybe not. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. So now you guys are going to go into your Science A to Z account so you can earn all those stars and learn about ponds, rivers, and icebergs. And you can watch the video again about what is ice and think about all of those cool things you learned and see what you want to share with us. If you want to share out about it when we meet on Friday for Science Friday. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Have fun sciencing. Have fun with all your learning today. Bye.